Biggest concern in America, even the world, is just the lack of empathy for black people. Like even like with the Ukraine situation, with them not, from what I read, and I could be misinformed, so I don't want to like overly speak on it until I like did all the proper research. But like them not letting black people in or out, like I think that's super fucked up. So we supposed to be showing all our support and empathy for them, but like they're not showing support and empathy for people that look like us. So I don't know. I think the relationship between the police and black and brown folks in America, or the minorities in general, I think it. And again, I'm no like political scientist. I don't. I don't have a degree in political science, but or history. But from what I've read and the knowledge I have done, it comes down to the beginning level of the police. The first police were like slave catchers, were hunters. So that's like the foundation and the root. So all of those same principles and how they view black, that's like a 200. That's since the Reconstruction era. You can't just get rid of that overnight. They still have the same principle and philosophies that it was founded upon in the Reconstruction era when their job was to just catch slaves. You get what I'm saying? They were slave hunters, and so they still have that same mentality today. It's no different, but just a different. The world is different, but their mentality and their approach, and it's just an old system. I think the police system today's system just got to be like abolished. Like, abolished altogether, and it'd be like a whole new system for policing. Because, the world is weird. Or we just get robots to do a job, and then we all fucked. Robots start shooting little white kids, it's going to be an issue. They're going to like, hey, get them fucking robots out of here, dog. What needs to happen to change race relations in America? Again, like, I don't have all the answers. I'm not going to pretend to. Like, who gives a fuck what Ja Rule thinks, right? But I just think there's just a lack of empathy, and there's just an honest conversation that needs to be had before black people, before we start giving empathy to everybody else and feeling sorry for everybody else when they're going through something. We just got to get our own shit uplifted more and stay with each other and then just go from there. So I think the issue is that I think us as black people, we just got to build our own communities before we start being so charitable towards other people. The biggest misconception of me, I don't know. I try not to look at like what people may perceive me as. Like, I'm politically incorrect as possible. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to say like what's the right thing to say or this, like, I just be me. So, but I don't know what like what I'm perceived as because I'm like living in it. So I don't know. But going back to that rule number 2, you can't give a fuck what other people think. But that's hard for an artist because my whole way of life and my livelihood is based upon what other people think about me and my art. So I was saying that advice for myself too, if that makes sense earlier. Because it's like you can't give a fuck about what other people think because it's going to affect your creative. It's going to affect the moves you make, all of these things. But my occupation is a opinion-based sport. You get what I'm saying? Like it's based upon, my success is based upon like what other people think of me and my music and my brand and my life and whatever. So it's weird, but you can't give a fuck, if that makes sense. I'd be lying if I said I gave no fucks at all, because I do give a fuck. Like, for real, I shouldn't, but it's very hard not to. It's very hard not to. But I have to that's why I said that I have to remind myself not to give a fuck, because as long as I'm happy and I do what makes me happy all the way, that what should matter, because if I give a fuck too much, I'll be just trying to please everyone. I would just be trying to please fans, be pleasing critics, be pleasing everyone else, and then I end up with nothing. Or even if I try to please them and they're still not pleased, like, what the fuck? I thought this is what you... But no. You just got to be yourself and not give a fuck, and that's what always ends up winning. So my 3 keys to being successful in life is just don't give a fuck about what anybody else thinks. Like, don't give a fuck about what anybody else thinks. 2, follow your dreams. And it sounds hella cliche, but it's the truth. But just follow your dreams like a maniac. You know what I'm saying? Like, believe in yourself like a maniac, because nobody else is going to believe in you like how you believe in yourself. So believe in yourself with unwavering faith and no doubt, like a maniac, because that's what it takes to really accomplish a dream. You got to be a maniac about your dream. I'm a maniac about this music shit. And 3 is to stay disciplined. Discipline is important. By Maniac about your dream is you got to think about your dream all the time and what you can do to make your dream happen. It takes a maniac to like be laying down or like playing video games. You like, okay, I got this idea. Let me execute upon this. Boom, boom. Okay, let me try to do this and take it to the next level. Or okay, we just did a show, so let's go to the studio 12 hours after we just did a show. It takes a maniac to do some shit like that. It was good, y'all. It's your boy Cordae, and I'm here with 247hh.com. Let's get it.